Hello everyone, thanks for dropping by. As you all know, those you that follow the MGTOW philosophy on the internet and various blogs, you know that Canada is one of the most feminized, fucked up countries in the world, and it's run by a feminized muppet called Pierre Trudeau. Now, I've been having a look around and I came across something which is relevant to Canada. As you can see, this is Yahoo News, and this was written by a lady called Abhaya Al-Dakha. That's a nice Canadian name, not. And you can see it's titled, "His Politics Are a Threat to Canada. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre faces public backlash," not really, "for misogynist MGTOW tags in YouTube videos." Apparently the Canadian authorities are all having a hissy fit over a MGTOW hashtag in 50 of his videos, and like a bunch of petulant children who don't know any different, they're all bouncing up and down and screaming that this is such an awful thing to happen to Canada. As the article said, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre came under fire on Thursday when Global News revealed that the YouTube videos uploaded to his YouTube channel included a tag associated with misogynistic, no it's not, men's right movement. Now if you click on that, which I did before, that's why it was red, this is the article in question. It gives you an explanation. Global News analyst 50 surveys his videos, 50 included the tag hidden from views but not from the video's publisher. Then you got Trudeau giving his little speech in the Canadian Parliament. I don't want to listen to him. And it goes on about it. The hashtag is an acronym for men going their own way. It should be men going in their own wallet. A mostly online movement comprised of anti-feminists who attempt to cut women completely out of their lives. What's wrong with that? It used to be called confirmed bachelors. And then it goes on, bullshit, 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 and more bullshit to the bottom. Down, down, come on. There's the end of the article. Shut up. Don't listen to him. "This kind of garbage has no place in Canada," Poilievre said in a statement. Well, he would say that. He's just protecting his political reputation. "No one should face this abuse. At the time the photograph was taken, we didn't know who Mackenzie was." Yeah. Canadian politics. Anyway, that's the main article which it was all based on. It says, Conservative leader MGTOW stands for men going their own way with a tag on YouTube videos on his channel going back to 2018, while fourth wave feminism and all the pussy hat riots and protests etc. started in 2010, so this is just 8 years after all that. There was no complaining about that. Global News reported that tagging 50 of his videos. Now, I've got MGTOW tag on virtually every one of my videos. That's over 500. And nobody said anything about me, but then again, I guess I'm flying so far under the radar, heading for the target, that I'm just not being detected by any authority. But I digress. Anyway, if it were not for Global News, we would have... Get rid of that again. If it were not for Global News, we would not have learned about the Conservative leader had been purposefully using his videos to appeal to far-right misogynistic online movements, Trudeau said. How would he know? Trudeau's just talking out of his arse on a public forum. I doubt he would know what a far-right misogynistic online movement was if he got on a bus and it was full of them. There are anti-women movements and they have had devastating real-life consequences. No, That guy that shot all those women was an incel. He wasn't a MGTOW. Mr. Speaker, calling a surgery leader standing in health, take responsibility and apologise, blah, blah, blah. Well, he would say that. Though Polivera did not apologise, he did address the issue and said he condemned the organisation. It's not an organisation. It is a philosophy. Somebody should tell him that, and corrected the problem as soon as it became known to him. I condemn all forms of misogyny, blah, blah, blah. And it goes on. The Southern Poverty Law Center, which I think is an American-based institution run by Jews, naturally, and on the page of their male supremacists. Male supremacy is hateful ideology advocating the subjugation of women and rigid gender roles. Then it goes on about it. Bullshit. Lots of bullshit. Paragraphs and paragraphs of bullshit. And bullshit. Anyway, that's it. 2021 male supremacy hate groups. Gives you an idea the attitude of the establishment in the Americas toward MGTOW philosophy. Jacob Johnson, a professor of communications at St Mary's University in London, well, that's not saying much, said MGTOW is an online community, true, that can define male supremacists, no, or isolationists, no. It's just guys are looking after themselves, and they just don't want to be jumping into a financial meat grinder for the benefit of a woman. And they also classify it as white supremacists. Well, if a black guy is a MGTOW, is he a black supremacist? If in America a Hispanic guy also considers himself a MGTOW, is he a Hispanic supremacist? And also, if there's an Oriental guy in America from Japan or China that considers himself a MGTOW, is he an Oriental supremacist? You see where I'm going with this nonsense from these idiots? That was the Yahoo News. The Canada's National Observer also jumped on the bandwagon the same day. This misogynist group was tagged in Polivera's videos, who is MGTOW. There's the guy at the centre of it all. And it goes on more or less what I've just said. Tags have been removed. Polivera's office claimed they were unaware of their existence. Well, they would be because it's automated. It's an algorithm that puts it on. Obviously condemns misogyny and all forms of online hate. There's no online hate associated with MGTOW. Polivera hasn't apologised for the tags nor offered explanations of how they came to exist on his videos. And then it goes, men going their own ways, the male supremacist movement, similar to a more commonly known incel. And then it's MGTOW, the shares common ground, denigration, men's right movement pick artists, blah, blah, blah. The MGTOW movement have been directly connected to one, the existence of violence. A single guy, American lawyer Roy Dan Hollander, was an anti-feminist and men's rights activist before being kicked out of the movement. In other words, he had a beef against women. Whoops. And penned thousands of pages detailing his hatred for women and female judges. And then he went and murdered some people, and then he killed himself. When the MGTOW movement is smaller and less well known than the incel movement, it might be less well known, but it's much, much bigger. Remember, 99.99% of MGTOWs don't publicise their existence. They just quietly get on with their lives. That's all it is. Men guarding their own wallet. Misogynist and men's rights movements have been bolstered in recent years by politicians signalling support for them. These politicians have seen how the pendulum is swinging away from hardline toxic feminism. And DeBranco, which is a woman, said Canadians should be vigilant for signs of hashtags, buzzwords and dog whistles in public speeches and materials from Pelavera, who was praised recently by far-right conspiracy Alex Jones. Well, that's no praise. And then it finishes off, a politician who is hashtagging MGTOW is essentially speaking to a movement. It's not a movement. That is deeply conspiratist, deeply misogynist, no it's not, and dehumanizing, no it's not, with at least one connection to act of violence. So they're connecting the whole group of people to just one individual. And very concerning remarks, the type of movement that can lead to violence. Now that was written by this guy, Luke Ottenhoff. Let's see who he is. He's a freelance reporter based in Toronto and Kingston, Ontario. His stories have appeared in The Guardian, a left-wing rag, Columbian Journalist Review, The Toronto Star, probably a left-wing rag, CNBC, Pitchfork, The Globe and The Mail, all mostly left-wing newspapers and media. Now that is the Canada's National Observer. The final thing I've found in this is the Toronto Star. It says, what do MGTOW search tags attached to Pelavera's YouTube videos mean? Now this was written on October the 11th, 2 days after the other articles. There's the guy again, and there's just a bit of it because you've got to pay money to read the rest of it, and sod that. But it boils down to, as I said, the Canadian authorities have all had a hissy fit that somebody had the audacity to put MGTOW hashtag on his videos, and the Canadian authorities despise a difference of opinion, and they're all bouncing up and down. If I'm surprised they didn't cancel him and kick him out of Parliament and destroy his life and whatever they do when they cancel somebody. As this said, the misogynist online movement is made up of male separatists who seek to remove themselves from the negative influence of women in society. Now what's wrong with that? It used to be confirmed bachelors, guys that didn't bother with women. They just got on with their lives quietly and just looked after themselves. But apparently that is a threat to Canada and America and all the rest of the liberal Western world. But it's too big for any government to stop. It's too far-fetched for any government to cancel, and it's gonna get bigger as more and more guys realize that the only way that they're gonna look after themselves is to go their own way. I think we're on the 10-minute mark now, maybe a little beyond that, so I'll leave it at that. I'll naturally put all the links below so you can read the articles for yourself, including that Southern Law nonsense. But I might do a bit more on this next week if I can find anything, but for now that's it for this one. Alright people, you know the routine. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe, completely up to you. So until next Monday, that's it. Bye bye.